Good evening. Today we will talk about how India can boost up its research and development. Many people always talk about problems and issues, but I think that the so-called intellectuals of the country has got moral obligation, moral duty to talk about how to bring change and how we can improve the system, because ultimately what we talk, it generates ideas, and ideas change the countries, idea make the nation grow, idea develop a nation, build its economy, and idea does everything. So entire human progress is based upon ideas. So let us discuss how we can as a nation, how can we give booster shot to our research and development, because finally research is everything in this modern age. And we always complain, and it's a genuine complaint, that the private sector of India, be it the private universities or be it the private institutions or be it the corporate of India, they are not participating in the field of R&D as they should. So I have a few points, and I think it may give a booster shot to our research and development. First of all, we are having historically low corporate tax, and I'm in a favor of corporate friendly policies, because finally this is the same corporate which generates bulk of jobs. This is the same corporate which brings in money, and when money comes, progress comes. So we should make the policies which are corporate friendly so that they can grow and expand. So when we are already having historically low corporate tax, so we should increase the corporate social responsibility, CSR. Currently our CSR is 2%. So we should increase it by 1%, that is from 2%, let's bring it to 3% mark, and let's make it compulsory by law that they have to spend on research and development 2% of their CSR, corporate social responsibility. And even today they can spend upon research and development from this corporate fund, but this is not made compulsory. So let's make it compulsory by the process of law, and those who are not doing it must be brought to books under criminal law, so that every corporate will spend at least 2% of the CSR in genuine research work. And now you may say that some time back you were talking about corporate friendly schemes and all those things, and now you are talking about making CSR not abiding with the CSR spending in research and development a criminal activity. Yes, but further we will discuss about that point also, that this will work in favor of not only of the nation but also economically for the corporates as well, and not for just one corporate, but it will start n number of sectors, like a plant which has so many stems, it will go in that manner. So first of all, we should increase the CSR by 1%, and out of those 3% of total, after increasing 1%, it will become 3%, and out of that 3%, 2% should be compulsorily spent in research and development job work. Then interest-free loans should be given to those corporates and those institutions which genuinely want to spend money in research and development, and when it meets its stated goal of research, and when it comes to paying back the money, they should be given subsidy, provided the stated goal is achieved. They should be given subsidy, plus when it comes to intellectual property rights, these guys must be given extra mile benefit, so that they will go for extra research, they will take more loans and spend more on research and development work, which will ultimately benefit both the nation as well as those corporates and those institutions. Then we should provide special benefits to those multinational companies who want to invest in research and development in India. We should be more friendly towards them. Then one more thing we should do is the expenditure those corporates has done on research and development should be considered as an investment while doing the valuation of their company. See, when valuation of any company is done, many things are being calculated which determines the value of a company. So the amount invested in genuine research and development, let it be from the CSR, it should be calculated in the valuation of company, so that company will have double benefit. Number one, when the value of company will expand, so the price of the share will also be affected by that. Plus when it goes to any bank, they will get more loan because the company's value is more. Plus, if they want to sell the company in future, then also they will get more money because the valuation of the company is on the higher side. So that way they will spend more money on research and development work. Then you may say that sometime back I was talking about criminalizing the process when a corporate or is not investing 2% on on research and development. So it's not a liberal policy. Let me make my point. See, scientific research and money making, it goes hand in hand, and it's a win-win proposition for both nation and a corporate. And the relationship between scientific research and economic growth can be well established by taking one example of Germany. In Germany, if you look at the amount spent on research and development per year, as per the data of year 2014, the German car manufacturers, they spent around 1/3 of the total spending of the country. The entire country, if it is spending 3 rupees, I am giving an example, then 1 rupee was spent by whom? By the car manufacturing companies. Let it be Mercedes or Audi or BMW or other high-end manufacturers. And where they were spending, they were doing tie-up with various universities around the globe for research and development purpose. They were doing tie-up in research and development with other brands as well. So ultimately what happens, they bring research and new ideas to their company, new scientific development to their company, and they earn money from it. So it's like a chain reaction, and it doesn't stop there. See, it is a, I will say, rather a vicious cycle. I will give you an example dating 100 years back. It was Albert Einstein who put up the theory, who discovered the theory of relativity. On that same 100-year-old theory of relativity, the GPS system is working upon, and it is giving huge business. Then based on that GPS, the location-based services, which is a huge business again, it is working upon. So one technology, development of one technology, one research, it gives birth to n number of ventures. So it has a potential of starting a vicious cycle for a nation. So, and as far as India is concerned, it's not an unachievable goal. Because why I am saying that? Because India is number 9th nation in the world when it comes to scientific publications, and we are number 12th in the entire globe in number of patents filed. but somehow we are not able to utilize this knowledge of ours for the nation building. So I think the private firms, the corporates, the institutions, if we make policies which will promote them and make it compulsory to invest in research and development, genuine research and development, it will be a win-win proposition for nation as well as for corporates who want to make money. Thank you.